Round 2 of the AFL HCC Black Diamond Cup Men's Division, and it also corresponds with Community Umpire Week. And we are just taking a moment here on screen to acknowledge the wonderful services that our team in green provide for us every week. There are 3 teams out in the footy field every week, and of course the third one being our team green, the umpires, and we salute and acknowledge the wonderful work that they do for us in adjudicating our games and making the game that we love such an enjoyable one. So thank you to all the umpires, field, boundary, goal, emergency, wherever you might be. If you're in green, we love your work and we thank you very much for it. Welcome to Pasterfield Oval for round 2 in what is going to be a bumper clash between these two long-time arch rivals, the Newcastle City Blues, coming off a very good victory last week, and they will be playing the Cardiff Hawks, who take the field for the first time this year after receiving the first round bye last week. The Cardiff Hawks at their home ground will be itching to get out there and show us what they're all about. A little bit of secrecy around the Cardiff Hawks. We don't know a lot about them, but we cannot wait to see what we're going to see this year. The Cardiff Hawks, always a competitive outfit, and this year will be no different. And Newcastle City, of course, having the win last week. They were on the scene broadcast live stream last week, defeating the Terrigal Avoca Panthers in the grand final rematch. It was a great game. It didn't reach any great highs. We certainly weren't taking home the greatest highlights reel out of the match, but it was still nonetheless competed valiantly by both sides, with Newcastle City Blues getting the first up win. Today will be a bumper. We'll get a chance to see both of these sides at their best. My name's Corey Hopper. I'm joined with Shane Darwin, our wonderful man behind the lens and streaming service provider. Shane, welcome to the coverage today. And of course, Arabella Tarpey from the Newcastle City Blues, who's sitting in the vacant chair left by Ash Borg, who's in Sydney with duties today. And we're very, very happy to have Arabella and of course Shane here. How are you, folks?
Very good, thanks, Corey. Excited for a big game of footy, well, looking up on the screen there now, looking at the tipsters, we've all tipped Newcastle City, so it's going to be interesting to see how Cardiff go. As you said, we are a little bit unsure of how they're going to look this year, a vastly different team to what we've seen in the past, so it'll be interesting to see how they pull up. And Arabella, how's it going after your very first game of calling AFL in the women's game just there? Did a fantastic job. Welcome to the step up into Men's Cup now. What are you excited for this game?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Thanks, Shane. It's definitely a bit of a change from commentating in the surfing industry, but I'm excited to see just the level they're playing at. And round 2, big matchup, Cardiff versus City, and I don't know who I'm going to back in to win, really. It's anyone's game, but that win's really picking up.
It is one of only 4 big games today. Obviously, around the grounds, we have Wyong Lakes hosting their first game of Men's Cup for a few years down at Don Small Oval today against Killarney Vale. Bombers will be hot favourites down there. The entrance, Baddo Bay, hosting Maitland, and Terrigal Avoca, Warners Bay. Well, that one promises to be an exciting one too. Warners Bay, obviously, with a little bit to prove after getting heavily defeated last year in that final series. They'll be looking to mark 2026 with a couple of new coaches, and they'll be looking to maybe get that early scalp of Terrigal early on. There's a little hoodoo there at Warners Bay against the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, so I'll be very, very eager to see how they've handled that this year, especially under some new tutelage there with Mark Dignam taking over as their senior coach, and it'll be interesting. We'll cross over there through the course of it, but can I just point out those wonderful graphics from On The Scene Productions? That's who is bringing this live and exclusive coverage straight to you, live from Pasterfield Oval, and some extra features you can expect here today. A replay feature which is unveiled in the game just previously where the Newcastle City Blues women's team defeated Cardiff Hawks. That was great to see, and wasn't I buzzing about that? Only thing about the replay is it might be able to pull out a mistake from our commentating work. There's plenty of them, don't worry.
Absolutely, there is. We're moments away here at Pasterfield Oval, and apart from a wind that you'll see is blowing relatively strong, it looks like it may have died off slightly. I'm not too sure. It did play a part in the previous match. It's blowing from right to left on your screen. That will play some part here. As we look out there onto the field, we will see the Newcastle City Blues going left, Cardiff right. Finlay gets the first hands off. His hand pass ineffective on this occasion as the ball heads itself out west. And the Cardiff Hawks gather. Hand pass inside. They're often racing with the first kick forward to the Cardiff Hawks. But a mark taken there by Michael Hendry, the reliable defender of the Newcastle City Blues. His kick falling short, ineffective. Cardiff Hawks all over it. They've got numbers everywhere and they'll reload. Gather up, high kick, not to anyone in particular by the Hawks. A foot race out towards the wing. Hand pass by the Blues. They're often racing. There's Lupton involved early. Our scene stealer from last week. But this time round, it's the Hawks that gather the ball and kick it forward. And they've taken a mark here. The mark taken. On that occasion, player evades me, but the play carries on further afield. Got hold of it now, the Blues. They're often racing. Their kick's good. Effective to the wing.
Umpire will bring that one back.
Umpire's brought it back, has he?
Yeah. There was a free kick and it was the other player had the ball. He decided he'd play on, but no, the player that should have the ball got the ball back.
Yep, and I just have to say there's chaos on the team sheet handed in by the Cardiff Hawks here. There's been numbers changed all over the place, so you'll have to forgive me, folks. It'll take me a quarter to get those sorted out, but the little Red Cross goes against the manager of the Cardiff Hawks from the commentary team. Can we have that noted, please? As the Newcastle City Blues take the mark here. And kick long. They're pushing forward now, the Newcastle City Blues. They're inside their forward 50. The first time we've entered a forward 50 here today. Big gather there off the Newcastle City Blues. And the kick taken on that occasion. That was Jack Dare, a new name for the Blues this week. And a goal ensuing. That's come almost out of nowhere. An opportunistic goal taken and kicked. And a wonderful start for the Newcastle City Blues, who it looked like they've got... Was that Bailey Cullen who finished that one there? Well, let's have a look at the replay. Wonderful work. Storming in there for the goal. And a toe poke. It looks like... Okay, it's not Cullen. It's 18.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was 10, so let's checking that out. We've got a Cody Easton there. He did play last week, and he was one of the goal kickers.
I was going to say, we diddled him last week when we called it Quinlan, and we've diddled him again this week by calling him Cullen.
Well, I didn't call him anything wrong as such. It looked like the glare off his shirt looked like it could have been a 10. And we know Bailey Cullen kicked 3 big goals last week. Cody Easton also on the goal-kicking tally last week. And he's off and racing with his first one. Great start to the Newcastle City Blues in what has been an even beginning. How are you seeing it, Arabella?
Yeah, it was good for Newcastle City to get that nice start underway, but they do have, that win behind them, so we'll see what's going to happen here. But, as you said, the team sheets, I'm finding it hard to read. They're very small writing, so bear with me if I get the names wrong as well. But, excited for this men's cup game of round 2. Well, the Blues kicking deep inside their forward. You're doing a wonderful job, Arabella. Don't you worry about that. We will struggle with names at times till we get those team sheets right. Nonetheless, we know this name very well. This is Jack Woodhams for the Newcastle City Blues, playing a slightly different role this year, a little further upfield, but he's taken a great lead-up mark there from the centre forward position, and is in a beautiful spot for him to put the second one for the Newcastle City Blues on the board. He hasn't quite struck that as well as he would have liked. Usually a fairly reliable kick is Jack Woodhams, but he's put that one off to the side for a minor score. Yeah, it seems down this end of the field, we saw in the last game a lot of goals swung left. Near goals.
Yeah, almost goals. Attempted goals.
Attempted goals, so he's going to want to realign on his next kick, aiming more for that right goal
good
post.
Call.
But
there is a bit of a swirling breeze down there, and the players will need to work hard to adjust to it and get a good, strong read. As the ball now trying to exit their defensive 50, the Cardiff Hawks. We found the boundary line here, and we'll start off our first boundary throw-in from within the 50-metre arcs. Good contest in the ruck there. The Hawks are going to emerge with it. Quick hand pass out there. No one there running in support, and the Blues have ended up with it again. Heavy tackle being laid there by the Hawks. They're desperate to get hold of the ball and get something happening.
Well, umpires have picked out a free here. No, there was a free after the ball went out. The umpire saw something that happened off the play. Okay,
so the Blues will have it, and the kick will be taken by Jack Dare. He's a mammoth of a man. He wasn't on the list last week for the senior side, so we'll see if we can get a bit of information on the big fella taking hold of the ruck duties. As we look through there, it looks like their regular ruckman isn't inside this week, which is
Finn Hurley's normally...
Finn Hurley. So whether that's an injury or just a... Oh, yes, he is. He's a late inclusion. Shane, just looking on it.
There we go.
I think he was added in, just today. So
Yep, right. So we might have a couple of adjustments to make on the Newcastle team sheet as well. So he is in the side, and right now the kick will be taken by Cardiff Hawks, and that's an errant kick chopped off on that occasion by Maxim Trenton. He wheels around, kicks it long. Dangerous spot now for the Hawks, especially when the big mitts of one Finn Hurley go up in the air and clutch that ball out of the stratosphere as he has done there.
he heard us talking. He's like, I'm here.
Yeah, let me just show you where I am, he said. And
Glad he's done that.
He should kick this, and that's ominous signs for the Cardiff Hawks to have a man of his stature right there in the goal face. It's a massive forward line at the moment for the Newcastle City Blues between the big tractor, the prime mover, Max Quinlan, and now Hurley down there. That is some tall timber indeed for Cardiff Hawks to try and contend with. So they do so here. The player on that occasion being Oscar Smythe. He's kicked it further afield, maintaining possession, gaining little ground here. They've crossed back inside again, looking all right for the moment. The player on that occasion for the Hawks kicked it out wide. They're on the wing. Newcastle City have chopped it off quickly though, and they have succession of hand passes amongst them have come undone. The ball now back with the Hawks. They kick it forward. They're inside their forward 50 for the first time today, the Hawks, but first to the ball and loose is the Blues. Lupton now with it. He sells a little bit of candy and then looks wingward, trying to find Woodhams of the max variety. There's two Woodhams there. Two Woodhams. You'll see that a bit this season. And then the kick is wonderful by Jack. He hits Caruso without any difficulty whatsoever. Caruso not quite as effective on that occasion. He's turned the ball over. There's not even a number 50 on the Cardiff sheet, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm having real apologies with the Cardiff side. We're having all sorts of trouble here with their team list. So I just want everyone to know we'll get the names as soon as we possibly can. And Max Woodhams now for Newcastle City. He's got it, tackled heavily, dispossessed of the ball, back with the Cardiff Hawks now. And they're wheeling around onto the right boot. Can't get it free on this occasion. Finds the boundary line, so we'll have a throw in now. Inside the forward 50 for the Newcastle City Blues. Desperate times for the Cardiff. They'll want to exit here as quick as possible. In the hands of Easton. Slocum, I believe. He's wheeled around, had a ripping game last week. Looking for Easton further inboard. Had a free kick found, so I'll get a read on this player here for Cardiff because he's been very good, number 17, I think it is. He's been good for them so far. So far wing now, tackled, dispossessed. Newcastle City Blues, it look like they're doing it with ease over there. It's now with the big tractor. Kicks it long into his forward line. He's got options down in there. No mark taken. They've got to work hard again now, Cardiff, as they paddle the ball forward. Just inching their way away from their defensive line. And the ball is out of bounds on this occasion. So we'll have a throw in Arabella here.
Yeah, so I think it's Braden Hawkins at number 17.
It is Braden Hawkins, is it?
Yes.
Number 17, not on the team list?
Yes, no, he is.
Yeah,
He's just extremely small. But yes, just trying to manage this.
All right,
next quarter we'll have them updated. But
that's
City
a step
on the
forward
run.
for us, Arabella.
Yeah, almost socketed it through there, but Cardiff just had the chase down. So looks like might have a ball up. Well, the refs.
No, it looks like a free kick.
The tackle
coming
just
out of that.
Slid over the shoulder. So, yeah, Woodhams went low and the tackle slid high and shot a goal.
So Max Woodhams looking to do what his brother was unable to do moments ago, albeit from a slightly tighter angle, but closer distance. You'd like to think he'll manage this.
Certainly
Beautiful drop.
does.
Very similar kicking technique to his brother, actually, and he's put that straight through for Newcastle City's second goal. 2-2, 14 to Cardiff yet to score, albeit they are against the wind. And I would say that's pumped up to a 4-goal breeze since the women's match prior.
Yeah, I certainly think it's picked up that win. So, yeah, City really want to make the most of this in the first quarter and, yeah, see what Cardiff can do. But they're certainly putting up a fight. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one. And obviously being at Pasterfield's Cardiff's home ground, it's a wide field. So, going to be interesting to see what they can do to try to stop
Very
City.
much looking forward to seeing what Cardiff's structure and makeup are all about this season. Haven't had a chance to learn too much about them in the pre-season leading up to now, but we'll certainly find out a fair bit here today. They're slightly outgunned at this stage with Newcastle City taking a 14-point lead early on. We are 10 minutes into the match now. So leading into the second half of this first quarter, free kick has been found here, so the Hawks with the ball. Kick in board, dangerous kick. It was too high. Jack Woodhams has brought it down. He's got his handball off, and that's another goal to the Newcastle City Blues with ease. Just an unfortunate mistake there by
Hurley?
Yeah, it was Hurley
Yeah.
again. That's his second goal. So great form. Lucky to get that the Blues in the end. It was just an errant kick by that player from the Hawks out in the on the forward flank
on
there.
screen there.
Yeah, there it is. So costly turnover. Hurley with 2.
A beautiful start to this first quarter for Newcastle City, and back into the centre for
Certainly
the ball
is.
up here.
So Max Woodhams with 1 goal. Finn Hurley with 2. Outside it, enjoying his time away from the ruck. As Dare takes hold of it in the middle of the field, and they're off again, Newcastle City, going the way of Max Woodhams. He absolutely skittles him through the legs. Under desperate pressure now, the Cardiff Hawks, they just can't seem to win a trick here down inside this defensive 50 at the moment. Newcastle City leading the way all the way down there in the forward 50. And a free kick to Bailey Cullen. I didn't see what that was for. Shane, you got a read on that?
I missed that one.
Right, well, Bailey Cullen, nonetheless, we know he kicked 3 last week. He's known in that forward 50 as Creamy. Bailey Creamy Cullen will line up from 30 metres out, slide angle, well and truly within his capacity from here. Moving in for the kick. He strikes it neatly. It seems to be going well until the wind gets hold of it and just pulls it in that hook-like fashion. So another behind for Newcastle City Blues, but we get confirmation that all their forwards are up and firing there with Cullen's effort. So now Cardiff up to them for a response. We need a reply from them. We need to see them find a way through this stalwart attack of the Blues, and another errant kick right inside the forward 50. That is heartbreaking. And another behind kick. So they've been let off. They have been absolutely let off the hook there, the Cardiff Hawks, but I don't know why they're continuing to try that kick inside, because it's just a dangerous spot. They keep turning it over, and it's basically a free score for the Newcastle City Blues.
Yeah, they really just need to get it out of there, like move it up the wing. So
Well, Hawkins with the kick there. It's direct, straight through the middle. He's looking for his teammate in Ray Steadman. I'm a big fan of his football. Very capable goal kicker, but unfortunately a free kick's been found, the turnover again. So this time back with Slocum. A great pickup. Robust midfielder type for the Newcastle City Blues. He launches a surging kick deep inside their forward 50. Desperate chip outside of their back half. The Cardiff Hawks, this is where they're falling down a little bit, is across their half back line. They need a little bit of extra work, a little bit of dash, and a little bit of creativity to try and mount something from there. Very difficult getting the ball out of their defensive area at the moment with this wind. It must be a bit stronger than what it feels like up here. And it's straight back in there now. Body work by Hurley. He's out-muscled on this occasion by the runners of Cardiff, and they're off and racing now, looking for an option further afield. The kick will not be touched, and that will result in a rodeo. And another free kick to Newcastle City. There's an option on, a short one, right in front. Slocum takes the mark, wheels around, runs his distance, opens up the face of goal, and looks for the big tractor who launches, but he's got 3 Cardiff Hawks to deal with. Hand pass out further afield. They can't get hold of it. Cardiff under desperate pressure again now. They're absolutely being shown it here in the first quarter as Woodhams of the Max variety puts it up high and a great mark taken. He stood his ground then. Cardiff. Mark. Been paid. I don't know what happened then.
I don't know what happened there. That looked like a mark to me too.
That was a mark all day long. Unless it was touched, I don't know what is going on.
Could have been touched off the boot potentially, who knows.
I don't know what's going on here. It's being up for discussion by the look of it. Anyway, Deer brings the ball down. No one gets clean possession. Hot potato football right now. Easton hand passes to Deer, who kicks it quickly. He knows where the sticks are. The big tractor gets on the scoreboard early here in round 2, and we enjoyed that. That was a wonderful goal. And Cardiff being asked all the questions at the moment. I don't know how much impact the wind is having down there, Arabella, but it looks like it's having some kind of effect. Newcastle City, unstoppable, 4-4 in the first quarter, and we still got 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in the second quarter how much this wind has impacted City's ability to get it through the sticks. But, yeah, they've really run away with it here. So Cardiff have, got to put the work in, really lock in, and hopefully the second quarter allows them to do that once they've got the wind behind them.
Yes, absolutely. The question's being asked to the Cardiff Hawks here at home. And no answers forthcoming right now. Ball up. Newcastle City win it cleanly from the middle. Couple of quick hand passes in the hands now of Finlay. He wheels around, got an option further afield. The hand pass was a little high, a little steep for his teammate. But a free kick going the way of Cardiff, an opportunity now. They want to be desperate here. They want to make something happen. So the ball, is that number 6? That'd be James Chugg. So his kick effective. He's found his teammate. There's no number 3 on the list. So the kick long. I don't know if there was a little bit of trouble pulling the side together today for Cardiff or not, but just a few numbers and stuff not on that team sheet. So
yeah, a lot of handwritten numbers in there, and so just trying to manage that. But yeah, Cardiff have got a chance now, so they're going to want to use it wisely. Crosses back to the centre, and City really just sticking on their players. So.
Yeah, they're doing it well. There's another opportunity here for Cardiff. They've lost it out of their forward 50, but they've re-entered their forward 50, and a free kick now to them could result in a score. And this is Owen Tricky, who's been a wonderful contributor for the Hawks and a good striker of the ball too. This will go very close. The wind against him will test it, but I tell you what, the Cardiff Hawks faithful will be desperate to watch him sail this one through the middle. They need the score. Their efforts have certainly been there. Their effectiveness and their efficiency left in question. Owen Tricky has missed on this occasion, never struck it. So I imagine Owen being a relative of one Finton Tricky from last season, who was a bit of a star for Cardiff Hawks. But no, they're off They get rid of the big donut on their scoreline at the moment now with the one stroke. So 1 point to the Cardiff Hawks. They'll breathe easy to a certain degree. Not as much as they would have if there was a couple of goals on there, but that'll come, no doubt. Free kick here, going the way of the Newcastle City Blues. Far wing.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Arabella.
He goes long there, but unfortunately it was Cardiff, really outnumbered the City players in that contest, and City just... working it down the line. It's like 40. It's gone down, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, the off-the-ball tussle there was what the free kick was for.
Right. So, Jacob Finlay returning to the Newcastle City Blues lineup this year after a stint for a couple of seasons in Tasmania. Made the most of the wind with that kick, didn't he? Absolutely gave that a ride, and it sailed the best part of 60-odd metres there.
Again, just swung to the left.
Yeah.
So be interesting at quarter time if the coach, has a word. But
so it'd be safe to say the wind's blowing to the left side, but to the narrow pocket here, and the players would be well worth getting a read on that as that kick's chopped off then, and then it looks like Will Ross, another returning player to the Newcastle City lineup. I think he's a premiership player from a couple of seasons ago. With those trademark light blue, sky blue boots. I remember him wearing them a couple of seasons ago. I don't know if he's got the updated version of them or not, but I remember them being the same colour as Will Ross, fleet-footed midfielder type for the Newcastle City Blues. He's about 40 out on an angle, ugly-looking rotation in the air, and the second favourite result over the line being a behind. So 1 point for Will Ross there, and that extends the Blues lead to 29 points again. And now all eyes on the Cardiff Hawks and their response to that. The kick outside of their defensive 50. It's being held up, and there's a little bit of how you going. Looks like Braden Hawkins there throwing a little bit of weight around.
Yeah, it'd be nice for Cardiff to get a goal on the board, really, before this end of the first quarter, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do so.
Well, that's ticking down.
Yeah.
Barely a couple of minutes left to go. In all fairness, I think this wind is very swirling. It looks like a really difficult breeze to try and navigate out there. I would say that's having a fair impact on the result at the moment. Hawkins diving for that. He's showing a real desperation, something it would be great to see his teammates follow suit as the Blues wrestle the ball out of control. Hawkins again, he's held the ball 3 times in that little foray. Battling the ball forward. He needs support though. Slocum wheels around, right boot, long, reaching up high and pulling the ball down there, the Hawks, and showing a fleet set of heels as well. They've got support further afield. They're off and racing now, owning the wing, the Hawks. This is great to see. And the kick, they'll go downfield. That's terrific work. That kick will be taken. That's Lockie Manning. Well, Lockie Manning won't take the kick downfield, but he's the one who earned the free kick, and he's done extremely well out of that. The kick now, that's going to be taken, looks like by Tricky again, who's been lively already this game. Long and deep, but the defence is up to the challenge of the Newcastle City Blues. They've just done this with ease, and they'll exit the defensive 50 as if it was never there. Will Ross kicks to the middle, and he's got an option there in the middle as well. Caruso takes a chest mark. His hand pass is questionable, but they still get hold of it, the Blues. They've got numbers there, and they're surging in the right direction. A great tackle by Cardiff to try and hold that up and slow the momentum. They do so and earn themselves a ball up, which is a great effort in the end because the ball was rolling well and truly against them. So we've got the 50-50. Goes up high, good ruck knock by the Blues. Straight away, they're on the move towards their forward line. And another shot on goal by Hurley is offline. So he's hooked it again to this near side, Arabella, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, another point on the board. But, yeah, I'm surprised they haven't clocked in out there that they're trying to, swing it more to the right.
Worth highlighting here, they've kicked 4 goals, 7. They've kicked 7 points already this quarter, the Blues. And one feature, Shane, do you remember last week, would they kick 16 or 17 points for 7 goals or something like that?
It was.
Yeah, so earning themselves plenty of shots on goal. Their radar certainly out of calibration to a certain extent. The wind's going to affect that somewhat today, but 7 points already in the first quarter. There's 11 scoring shots in quarter 1. Exciting, yet troubling at the same time. Succession of hand passes by Cardiff now. They exit their defensive 50, send it to the wing, but only as far as that player there, 44, who's that on the list? Maxim Trenton's, my apologies, Maxim, one of the finest names in local AFL football, that one. Maxim Trenton doing a great job in getting involved. Hand pass over the top, looping by the Cardiff Hawks. They're under pressure again, 15 metres out from their goal line. Hand pass backwards to go forwards. They're working hard. That's Manning trying to get that kick. They can't. They're getting wrapped up at all turns, the Cardiff Hawks at the moment.
Well, it was a smother by Easton with a follow-up tackle by Easton. That fantastic forward line pressure.
Yeah, he's a great addition into that lineup, isn't he, Easton? He's good for a goal, great for the defensive pressure in their forward line. So just what you want, sort of stuff that gets coaches so ecstatic is that type of effort. As the ball's wrapped up, Caruso caught up, Cullen caught in a tackle.
So yeah, Cardiff.
And a free kick given to Cardiff there.
Yeah, gets the free kick and takes his time, but straight into the contest. And it looks like City, gets the mark. I can't see the jersey from here, but yeah, the siren goes.
Well,
so
that's one down, Arabella. We're one down here today in the round 2 clash between Cardiff and Newcastle City. The wind certainly playing some part in what's happening out there on the field, but how much and for how long we remain to see over the next few quarters. We'll take a quick break and join you. Please join us again for quarter 2 of this intriguing encounter between these two arch rivals, Cardiff Hawks and Newcastle City Blues. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pasterfield Oval. Wonderful day for local football here in the Black Diamond Cup Men's Division. It's AFL Hunters Central Coast, our region's top tier of footy, and an intriguing contest ensuing here. The Newcastle City Blues hoping to get their second win in a row against the home team Cardiff Hawks. This is their first outing for the year. They copped the bye, unfortunately for them, in round one, and sat out and watched the action from the sidelines. But this is their first hit out. First quarter of footy only producing the single point for them this year. But this quarter, no doubt, will be a quick change as they have the wind, which is blowing quite steadily to the left side of the screen.
And as we go around the grounds, Corey, a couple of updates coming through. At Don Small Oval, it is the Killarney Vale Bombers out by a big margin, 122 against Wyong Lakes 11. And down at Hilton Moor Oval, Terrigal Avoca, they've started strong, 33-13. So that is only at just into the second quarter now. But Terrigal Avoca starting strong. The Bulldogs, as we mentioned earlier, haven't won down there for many years, but they'll be looking to fight back.
And nothing from the entrance Baddo Bay.
Nothing from the entrance Baddo Bay. No score there at the moment.
Another little message to go along to them. They're usually a little slack with their live updates, aren't they?
They are.
All right,
yeah,
so we'll give them a little shuffle along.
They'd be into the probably three-quarter time now, and I've got nothing on that score.
Yeah, they need to get a little shuffle along there. The viewers love to see what the around-the-ground scores are when they tune into our live and exclusive broadcast here. I'm joined with Arabella Tarpey, a Newcastle City Blues player. She helped me with the women's match before and is helping out with the men's and doing a wonderful job. Arabella, you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. Privileged to commentate alongside you and Shane, and something a bit different.
That's very nice. You might change your mind by the end of today, but we're off and racing here. Quarter two of the round two match. Newcastle City hoping to take off where they left off. 4 goals, 7:31 in the first quarter. Not a bad opening stanza. And they're inside their forward 50 already, desperately trying to claim ownership of the ball here. The big tractor, Jordan Deere, hand passes one. It's picked up by Manning, who's doing a mountain of work down there for the Cardiff Hawks. And on this occasion, he finds his teammate and with a saving mark, kick down to the wing. Cardiff, they look a little more mobile so far this quarter, and good to see already surging into their forward 50. Ball's in the hand now of Herschel. He kicks it high and long, but Lupton, last week's scene stealer, and the man who's owed an apology by someone on the commentary team, he's kicked it high and outside of their defensive 50. Big work by Max Woodhams there. Great pick up by the surging player. That was Taj Williams, and doing some great work, Williams. Stedman having a shot on goal here by the Cardiff Hawks. He's bumped off it just as he took his kick, and as a result puts it out of bounds on the full. But Arabella, the Cardiff Hawks look lively, almost like a different team already at the start of this quarter.
Yeah, they certainly do. They've started off the second quarter with a bang, and we spoke about that wind and how much it's impacted the game, even watching that last women's game. The team that had the wind behind them definitely had the ball in their forward 50. So, it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see if Cardiff can get a few goals on the board and really ramp up this game, make it a bit more exciting.
Well, I'm certain they will. They're a proud football club. There's no doubt about that. And 1 point in their first quarter of football for the year wouldn't have sat well with them at all. Noah McDonald with a big boot brings it in. The ball's with Max Woodhams now. He kicks long down the wing. No mark taken. Great pick up by the Cardiff Hawks, and they're off and racing again. This time Dylan Bonham with the kick. Kicks it long inside their forward 50. Stedman's there, but he can't get it. They're going to get away with it now, the Blues. But that's 2 entries in the forward 50 for the Hawks already this quarter, and good signs for them as the game rolls on. Looking for Deere. He can't get hold of it. A flurry of hand passes here by the Blues, and they're caught there. That'll be a free kick. Desperate tackle taken. And a great play. They're off and racing straight away. The Hawks keen to play on. Long kick, heading towards their forward 50 again. And the ball held up right on the line of that forward 50 there. Noah McDonald with it. It's going to be a ball up. And already we are seeing clear signs that the Cardiff Hawks are revitalised this quarter. Maybe a little shell-shocked in the first one. But with that wind rolling their way, we're going to see a different level of energy from the Cardiff Hawks on their home ground. They're always a tough prospect here at Pasterfield as we see the ball go up.
Yeah, I think they're up there in the ruck, so
yes.
Yeah, they're wanting to slow it down and City wanting to clear
Might
it
be
out.
a blood rule here as well, guys.
Yeah, it looks like it. The Cardiff player coming off. Blood somewhere, I can't see it anywhere.
Smiling away.
been a good contributor so far too. They'll get him back on. He's been right in amongst it, that player. There's Tim Reed. Is that play number 3? As we resume play now. Straight away, Blues get it on the boot. Deer not able to make up the ground there. Hand pass inboard. Finlay this time. Oh, beautiful kick inside his forward 50. But front spot is Manning. He's having a big day out. He's lifted his charge, playing on Hurley, who's already had 2 goals for the day. Kicks it out wide, looking for teammates out on the wing. Can't do it. Ball's chopped off on that occasion. That's by Maxim. Maxim Trenton. He kicks it long. That wasn't Trenton who took that kick there. I'm sorry. It was another player,
Slocum.
but it's Awry. Slocum, was it?
Yeah. Sorry.
I couldn't see it behind the
Number
TV
12,
screen.
yeah.
We've got wonderful facilities here, including this massive TV screen we get to watch the game on, and we're very pleased to do that. Sometimes it blocks out the real action, though.
Yeah, it's hard to go between. They're both just as good.
Yeah.
Look around the screen and watch it live as well, as we see Cardiff is working down the wing, but intercepted there by City. So they're going back and, yeah, looking for their first score in this second quarter. It's been all Cardiff.
They'll be desperate to get one soon, there's no doubt, because for every minute that goes by they don't score, a minute goes by where Newcastle City have the opportunity to extend an already significant lead. And that kick there, a little wide. Too much pepper there for Bailey Cullen to take that mark, and we'll have a throw in inside that 50-metre range there, therefore not resulting in a free kick against the Blues. But we are deep inside their forward 50 here, and Manning, outrageous. He is just on fire at the moment, and he's crippling the forward line for the Newcastle City Blues that had it all in their favour before, but he's not getting a lot of support from his teammates further afield at the moment. No sooner does the ball exit that forward 50, the Blues are sending it back in. This time, Jack Woodhams has the kick. He puts it into a hot spot for Deer, who wheels around on his right boot. High ball. It looked like it went very close to a goal.
That was a contender. Would have been a contender for goal of the year.
Well,
Sail that through.
I'm certain he wasn't even aiming for a goal on that occasion. But such is the mess that the wind is making here. And if you don't believe me, just have a look at the goosebumps on my arms, because it's cold racing through here, the wind. In the middle now, the play resumes. Cardiff desperate to try and take control of this ball and make something of it.
Yeah, this is their time. They really want to utilise this quarter, and City just so dominant out there. So, yeah, looks like City get the advantage there. So they're going to progress kind of up the wing. They've shifted wide here, and it's going to look just... Oh, he goes back to the pocket, and we got Anderson with the mark. So he's going to line this one up.
Nick Anderson looking somewhat like a Woodhams out there, but he definitely isn't. He's kicked it long further down there into the deep reaches of the forward line, and lo and behold, who emerges with it? Lachlan Manning. This man is just absolutely destroying it at the moment. He's turning everything inside out for Newcastle City. Kicks a little errant, but he's certainly turning things apart for them deep down there. That was Trenton again. He kicks it high and forward. Anderson's picked up another kick here. No, there's Max Woodhams. I can't tell the difference between Anderson and Woodhams. Max Woodhams, they look exactly the same. If they can wear different colour headbands, it'd be very helpful. As the ball at ground level below the knees, Cardiff Hawks are off and racing now. They kick it outside their defensive line, going down to the wing, and this is where it falls down for them, especially with this man there, Liam Lupton. He just dances around his opponent and sends it back into the middle. Great mark taken by Trenton. He kicks it forward. I'm just going to call him Maxim because I like that name. And
what a grab.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. That showed some fair bit of class there. Wonderful kick. And it's commentary favourite, Jordan Deer, the big tractor we call him, the combine harvester of goals. Why? Because he knows exactly how to reap them. And no doubt this will be no different. Going for his second goal here, Jordan Deer, number 32. He's been such a capable forward for the Blues for a couple of seasons now. That really tested him against the wind, and he's pulled that. to the left-hand side. So further evidence that the wind is playing some havoc out there for some of the players kicking. And now Cardiff Hawks reload. Short kicking, trying to maintain possession. It's always a dangerous state of play, especially in windy conditions, to do that short pinpoint kicking because the wind plays havoc with it, and it's to have a turnover in that costly defensive area can be really, really dangerous to the result as the Blues go across the field. They're unable to keep control of the ball, and this player, he is impressing me no end. That's Taj Williams. He's an absolute burst of speed there. Sends it back inside for the Cardiff Hawks. The Blues are able and in control. Kick outside of their forward 50. Skills lacking a little at the moment, I would suggest. Very few players being able to just pinpoint targets over 20 and 30 metres. As Steadman ends up with the ball just casually as you like, launches it on his boot, and didn't really find anyone in particular. So I would say that was a opportunity gone begging for Cardiff there.
Yeah, certainly a missed opportunity, and City have got the chance now to reset, and yeah, it looks to go long there. So the wind kind of backed off for a moment, and he was able to get that, long down the field, but Lupton there, throwing him to the ground, and
that's not the first time we've seen that with Lupton, funny enough. He usually ends up on the right side of this type of thing, so we'll see how this works out for them. And he has again here. Probably he's gifted Shane Darwin, isn't he?
Well,
he's certainly got a skill. I don't know how many times have we thrown to the ground like that, and does that as well. He just dances around his opposition. He's an entertaining player to watch. There's no doubt about that.
I'm going to call that, there's rope-a-dope in boxing. I'm going to call that little shimmy he does. I'm going to call that the worker jerk.
That's gold, and I'm lost for words at the moment. That's brilliant work. They're down forward now, the Newcastle City Blues. It's going to probably end up with a score of some sort, nonetheless, as Jordan Deere tries to wrench the ball out of the clutches of the Cardiff Hawks. Quick hand pass out. They're out of danger now momentarily. High kick, but there's no Hawks there. Although Williams, the Taj variety, comes flying in there to try and lend himself. I like the look of him. I like the look of him. He's definitely showing some dash there for the Cardiff Hawks. If they can string a few possessions together, they're going to trouble Newcastle City here today. There's no doubt about that. They just got to get onto this disposal. It's a bit wayward for them at the moment, and it is costing them. As Steadman, lucky not to give a free kick further afield.
Yeah, they're certainly fired up out there. Cardiff have really switched on this quarter, and you can see they want to.
Yeah, I don't think they were impressed with that first 25 minutes of theirs. It means that they're chasing tail for the rest of the game until they make up that, close that lead down. They're with the breeze now and yet to score a goal. And we're 11 minutes into the second quarter as Hawkins gets hold of it. He sells a little bit of candy to Easton, but it comes undone for him because his kick is ineffective. Lucky he has support at ground level, and the Cardiff Hawks get away with the next kick. But only as far as Michael Hendry, the Dower defender from the Blues, stands tall. He kicks further afield. Not sure if it's Woodhams or Anderson, but it'd be one of those two for sure as the hand pass goes across to the wing. And now we'll have a ball up. And that is Miller on top of the pack there. He'll run his way back to the defensive line, where no doubt he has an opposition player waiting for him. The tap down, straight down the gullet of James Chugg. But they don't end up with it, the Cardiff Hawks, and instead Thomas Burke emerges from the pack. He kicks it long towards his forward line, only to have Cardiff Hawk chop it off and send it back. But that kick won't be touched before it hits the boundary line, and we will see a rodeo, folks. Yeehaw, here we are. Michael Hendry, absolutely solid defender for the Newcastle City Blues. He kicks it long and strong into the forward 50. Hunting it down now is Woodhams. He puts the tackle on. He releases the ball enough for the Blues to be able to have a shot on goal. It drops short and hitting that front spot there. That was Finton Tricky this time. One of two Trickies. We love that. Two Trickies combining for the Cardiff Hawks here. That was Tim Reid who took the kick. Ineffective kick, dropped short. Picked up by Lovell there, I think. Oh, yeah, okay, we've got the team written out. Oh, that's wonderful stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Where did that come from? Whoever it was, it came out of nowhere. The team sheet for Cardiff, and it's magical. We love that. The way we know mistakes from here on in. As play resumes on the wing, Ross with it now. Wheels around onto his right boot. Sends it high towards the direction there. Reed picks it up. A little toe poke. Again, ineffective. Then picked up by Basham. He kicks it forward for Blues. They're going in the right direction. It just seems to be Cardiff Hawk getting in the way of things at every turn. This time, it's Smythe. He kicks long for Cardiff. Gets them well out of danger. Trying to set something up for them up forward, but they just can't string those possessions together at the moment. And Newcastle City Blues, they repel it once again. Is that a mark taken there? I can't see behind the dugout.
Mark to Cullen.
So Bailey Cullen takes the mark, manages to maintain possession for the Blues. Straight on the right boot, as casual as you like. Cardiff Hawks everywhere. Mark taken, wheels around, marked by Hawkins. On his right boot, sends it in the middle. All by themselves now in the middle there. That was Bridge, acting as a bridge through the middle for sure. Hand pass out wide. They've got to run now, Tim Reed. Got to get this kick right. Kicks it long. He's inside the 50. There's an opportunity there. There's a fly. No one comes down with it cleanly, but there's more Blues than there are Hawks, and therefore they're away. Lupton, he's got a paddock. He'll have a bounce. Probably another one. Doesn't. Decides to stick with one. Sends it long to the wing. And Mark, almost taken by Cullen. Doesn't matter. He's got numbers everywhere, and they're running now, the Blues. It's Lupton following up his work from before. Kick by Hurley. He's gone further afield to Ross. Ross runs inside the forward 50. It's a great lead-up piece of play. And I tell you what, the Hawks could probably take a page out of that book, because that's exactly what the difference between the two sides here are at the moment. They're able to link that bit of play together. 3 or 4 kicks and a hand pass, move into space, and now they're having a shot on goal through the likes of Jordan Deere. So some great work and a great lead-up piece of play. Jordan Deere, you would think, will kick this from 25 out directly in front. And the wind has played havoc with the kick from the big tractor. Nonetheless, it was a good piece of lead-up play, Arabella, that's for sure. And this is what Cardiff Hawks need to do. They need to string their kicks, string their positions together, and try and get it down there so they can actually have a set shot on goal.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run of play from City there. And
they've already chopped that off. See, the kick in from the defensive line's already been kicked off.
Yeah. They've got another chance now to execute. No, Cardiff. Hawkins has been everywhere for the Hawks, so he's cleared it out, but
he's got a wonderful lock of hair there too, hasn't he, Hawkins? I just wonder how long that takes to get ready in the morning. He's got a great do as the kick goes back inside now. Chopped off by Caruso. His hand passes inboard. They're going to have a goal here through Slocum, and he's got a miss as well. So that's the 10th. Double figures in points now, Shane. The Newcastle City Blues. So they could have put this away by now, couldn't they?
Yeah, they sure could have, but that being said, Cardiff only scored the 2 behinds, and they have the breeze. 16 minutes gone in this quarter. They need to be doing more than just 2 points.
They've got 5 minutes left with this breeze, and then they go back to the slog of fighting hard against it. If they can't start stringing possessions together and at least taking the mark. See, the mark's dropped there. Unfortunately, that was dropped by Harry Booth.
Yeah,
and there's where it falls down.
They can't clear their half-back line. Newcastle just cutting it off on the way out.
Yeah, and the Newcastle City Blues skill set is only sort of marginally stronger, but they're just hitting more targets and taking more marks and making probably better decisions with the ball at the moment. And as a result, they've outscored Cardiff against the breeze now, and that's a troubling sign going into the third.
I don't know if Jordan Deere kicks 5 points. Is there? What's the point equivalent of a bag raider?
I don't know, but you leave that with me, Shane, because you know I'll come up with something tricky now with the mark here. That's of the Finton variety, and he looks sore.
Yeah, he just foot slid from under him as he took the mark, and I think he may have just pulled something as he did it.
Yep. Hard to see where. Well, Tricky looking for his brother, Owen. And the ball...
Been on the full benefit of the doubt.
So, feels a little stagnant, the game at the moment. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that, or is it just my own frustration? But see, it feels like it's hit a little bit of a snag point. We're just waiting for some kind of, I don't know, spark in the match. As Hawkins emerges from that congestion there, he kicks it forward. Lupton's there to chop it off. He puts a good tackle on there.
I tell you what, you can certainly hear that Cardiff crowd down there, though. They're bringing the atmosphere, so...
Yeah, they're vibing it up. Good,
Yeah.
that's what we want. As Hawkins takes another kick, we want the vibe. High ball, no mark taken. Hendry, hand passes to Ross. Ross dances around an opponent, looping hand pass over the top, does well to draw the players to him. Miller now back out to Hendry. They sort of almost look like they're playing around with it now, the Blues, but that kick, unfortunately, by Hendry, it's chopped off by Cardiff, and that's a great effort. They've taken possession of the ball, and that's where it's turning over. Straight away, their first kick every time. I don't know if I can remember whether Cardiff have actually hit a teammate with a kick so far yet today, and it's really punishing them. Wheeling around now, and they're going to have another shot on goal now, Newcastle City Blues. Almost rudimentary stuff, really. And it's as clear as day to me where it's falling down for the Cardiff Hawks. Either they've got to do some more work on the training track to just fine-tune those skills, because every kick that they're doing coming out of the defensive line is being, and it's not even being chopped off by the Newcastle City Blues. They're just not kicking it accurately enough. And Jordan Deere now, long boot, sends it forward. Lachlan Manning's there. He's been racking up possessions. He's had a lot of kicks, but again, as is consistent with the rest of the side, just not hitting targets.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see next quarter what he can do down the other end, but he's certainly been in the spot, unable to convert, really, so...
Well, have a look at that. That just sums up, that's the sum total of the disastrous day that Cardiff are having. There was a kick across the face of goal.
Yeah.
They took a mark, but the mark was taken out of bounds on the full. And it's just, you can't win football matches when your kicks over 20 and 30 and 40 metres are as inaccurate as what Cardiff have been here today. I know it sounds very critical, but this Black Diamond Cup, they need to be hitting targets.
Well, I think that's Deer's 4th point in a row, so you're going to have to start thinking of that name pretty soon, Corey, because I think
He's going to get
plenty of shots on goal.
A bag of points. So a bag of points. What are we going to call that? A bag
It feels
of
like
points.
it's been more than 4, but I don't know.
I'm going to call. You know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it a purse.
A purse. He's looking for the purse.
He's going to get a purse today. A purse of points. A bag of goals and a purse of points. Yeah, that sounds right. Lupton kicks it wide over there, finds his target easily, and Aaron Basham. He hits his target too, and we have one Thomas Burke lining up for goal here. And this is what the day's going to be like for the Cardiff Hawks. It'll be a dreary one if they can't start hitting targets. So Burke, definitely within gettable distance here, probably right on 35 to 40 metres out. I'm going to say 25 degrees is the angle. Looks like he struck it fairly neat, but pushed it over to the far side. So that's another behind. 4 goals, 13 for Newcastle City, looking to eclipse last week's score. They're not even half-time and they're nearly there. So I think this is when I say it feels a little drab in terms of the game and the spark's not there. When there's this much inaccurate kicking, it kind of does take a little bit of the zoom out of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly, but... I mean, there's still time. I reckon in the second half they're going to come out firing.
That's a good positive attitude, Arabella. We love that. As the ball now chopped off again by Cardiff, like it just doesn't even look like anything's going to happen for him. Something's got to. So right now the ball in the hands of Cody Easton. He looks inboard, finds a target there in the middle, and the mark taken. That's by Burke again. He's been lively today, Burke. He managed to get his own ball back, even though it was smothered, into the hands of Slocum, onto Lupton. Lupton's got an option further afield. I think it's Basham. Lost it in the sunshine, but managed it. He's got that much time. He could have set up a tent in the time that took for an opposition player to get to him. He's kicked it further afield. Manning doing his best, hand passes it straight back to Basham. That pretty much sums up the day of the Cardiff Hawks right now. Tricky manages to get the ball that bounces over the head of Deere. Kicks it back down the wing. And the kick luckily beat everybody in the middle of the ground, so they got some distance on it finally. And the bounce goes up. Anderson trying to get hold of the ball, and it just looks like it's happening at times 0.5 speed here at the moment. Shane? What's that?
I'm at 0.5 speed too, I think.
Shane,
I was waiting for when we're going to respond. Great stuff. Yeah. All right. So the ball now with Miller. So the Blues trying to load something up here, Arabella, and they might get something. Take the call here for a minute.
Yeah, down the wing, and it looks like Max Woodhams with the mark there handballs it off. It looks to centre it here, but Cardiff's up there, so that was a risky position to put City players in, and Cardiff now just falls short of the man, but just looks like, as you've said, no targets are being hit, so...
Yeah, they're just struggling to get it out, aren't they? I mean, that was tricky on that occasion. He's been around cup-level football for a long time. This is the only time they're managing to sort of get past the middle of the ground is when they get a free kick here. So the hand pass here off, and that time it's Dylan Bonham who takes the kick. He's gone long, and it's gone straight to Lupton. So, look, if I had $1 for every time that first kick in the run of play goes to an opposition, I would have a lot of dollars, I would say. But that aside, I don't know how many, but bash them here. And whereas right now, it's that Newcastle City have just done 2 kicks, or 3 kicks, and they're inside their forward 50. So at this point, at least they're giving their forwards an opportunity to be able to score a goal. Which might be one right here. It is indeed. As we wait for goal umpire Lowndes to confer with.
He's on 0.5.
It's a goal indeed.
We got it.
Well, finally we saw a goal. It took a little while, which means it's only 5 for the game. We are at half-time here, and the Cardiff Hawks are languishing with their disposal with 2 points only. Newcastle City, well, if they weren't 6 goals or 7 goals in front, you'd say the same thing. 5 goals, 13. Work to do there with their finish. How much? I'm not blaming it on the wind anymore because I can't feel it. We're at the end of the second quarter. You're with Corey Hopper, Arabella Tarpey, and Shane Darwin, bringing you all the action here. As limp as it is at the moment, we're bringing you all the action here from round 2 of the AFL HCC Black Diamond Cup. We'll take a quick break at halftime, and we'll be back with no doubt a more scintillating second half after this break. You are on the scene with us here at Pasterfield Oval, home of the mighty Cardiff Hawks, who are playing host to the Newcastle City Blues, looking for their second win in a row for season 2026. Round 2 action of the AFL Hunter Central Coast Black Diamond Cup Men's Division. In a game that hasn't really hit any great highlights yet. We're hoping for something a little more exciting in the second half. The Cardiff Hawks, the home team, having their first hit out for the year. Not managing to hit the goal tally yet. Only 2 points so far for their first half of footy for the year. They'll certainly be hoping for a better effort in the second half. Disposal certainly letting them down at the moment. Newcastle City marginally better in the end with the 5 goals, 13. Could have been an absolute rout by half time if they'd been a little more accurate, but their radar always also seems to be in need of a little bit of calibration. I'm Corey Hopper. I'm joined with Shane Darwin and Arabella Tarpey, and we are calling the game here on a beautiful day for local football. Arabella, you enjoying yourself in the commentary box?
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. It feels, it's beautiful out there. Almost feels, it's kind of giving like I'm back in Victoria, but like a little bit cold.
It's
but
a little
the sun's
chilly. The
out.
wind blowing across here. We would mention it a couple of times in the first half. The breeze having a lot of impact on the game, with players unable to sort of hit targets probably as more effectively as they would have liked. Have you stepped out onto the field at all today? Have you felt what it feels like down there?
I did just go down there, but I didn't step onto the field.
Not in the
but
field?
I have heard, speaking to some of the other players played earlier, definitely the wind.
Yep.
It's coming in gusts, so there's
Right.
moments where it stops. Looking at it now, you see the trees kind
And
of
then there's
stop
moments
moving.
where everything on this desk just blows away.
Yeah, and then it comes through just really strong. So
Well, I know that I'm freezing up here. I didn't bring a jumper. I was sucked in by the sunshine that came out today, and did not bring a jumper or a coat of any sort. So I'm freezing here at the moment. We've got half a game of football to go, and hoping that we see some sort of maybe a little shift, particularly in the quality of the disposal. I think it's really been a real mar of the game so far. Would you agree with that?
yeah, I'm really hopeful. I'm predicting that both teams are going to come out swinging. I think they both know they can perform so much better. So, it'll be interesting to see, and if that wind drops off going on dusk. So, lots to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, well, hopefully that wind will ease a little bit and help the Cardiff Hawks in particular improve in that disposal. They're struggling to string 2 kicks together at the moment, managing not so much by the virtue of the Newcastle City Blues intercepting or taking the ball off, just purely by just putting it in the wrong spot more than anything, just miss kicks all over the place. And it's resulted in them getting only 2 points for the entire half so far. So they'll be wanting to improve on that. And if not, well, I reckon there'll be a bit of kicking practice happening at training this week, because if they look back at the broadcast, they'll see just how ineffective it has been right across the board. So pretty big of me to be able to call that out, considering I was a proponent of the helicopter spiral whenever I took a kick. It was never a pretty looking thing to look at. So hopefully we see a little bit of improvement in that for the Hawks in the second half, and they make a little more of a game of it. 5 goals, 13, 43, plays 0-2-2. It's a 41-point deficit at the moment. Not completely undoable, but it would certainly take something fairly special from this point on. Shane, any points you can point?
Only thing, and I'm just struggling to see out on the ground at the moment, I saw Sheriff Woody limping off at half time. I'm not sure I saw him come back out, so maybe down at Woodham's. But that being said, he may just be hiding out there amongst the players, and I haven't picked him up yet. But we'll keep an eye on that and see whether we have a full strength City side out there for this half.
Well, it does look like there's only 3 on the interchange at the moment, so you're certainly right in your observation there, Shane. Thank you. We'll keep an eye on that and see if we have anything more from the Sheriff through the course of this game. But we're about to get underway. The second half here at Pasterfield Oval. Beautiful day for football. And here we go as Finlay gets hold of it. First possession in the middle of the ground here, but the Cardiff Hawks are going to get away. A little bit of candy sold, and they're inside their forward 50 already. Stedman manhandled as he went for that mark, and he will get the free kick. So an opportunity early for Cardiff against the wind. Stedman, a good kicker of the ball, it's a general rule. wheels around, sends a long, high, surging ball up within 10 metres of the goal line, but no one at Cardiff wanted to contest that. 3 players standing around Lupton and not one of them went up. It's hard not to be critical of that. That's questionable at best. So, the kick by Lupton, short, finds a teammate. I think that might have been Slocum, possibly Easton. Finds Finlay in the middle. Finlay looks a little ginger after he took that kick. He does a mountain of work in the midfield for the Blues. Grubber kick along the ground. No one contesting it at the moment. Lupton follows up his work. He's got hold of another kick. Sends it down in the Jordan Gere direction. But reading it beautifully off hands there. That is very well done. And a great goal. And I'll just get a read on that. That's Cullen, isn't it?
I believe so.
I always want to just give it to Cullen as a general rule. So beautiful work. Yeah, it is. It's Bailey Cullen. So he gets, I think that's his first for the day, and 6 for Newcastle City in the easiest of fashion. And if I didn't know better, wasn't even sure Cardiff were out there in that foray for that bit of play.
Yeah, well, it started down the attacking end for Cardiff, didn't it? When they didn't contest the ball, they had a few players down there, and they just let City just take the easy mark and clear it out. Once they did that, they're off to the races. Yeah,
expecting more from Cardiff. I don't know if it's just the first round wobbles or not, but they're of course playing their first game, so it's certainly not a lack of freshness. The first game for the year for them. As the Blues get out of the middle again, Finlay hand pass to Slocum, kick inside the forward 50 again already. They're going to be looking at goals again soon. Hand pass out by Cullen. He finds a teammate in Burke, and he's kicked another one. This is not looking good at the moment. This will be the 7th goal for Newcastle City, 2 in a matter of minutes in the second half. And it just does not look like there's any energy in that Cardiff Hawks outfit at all. What do you think, Arabella?
Yeah, I feel like someone needed to bring them some Red Bulls at half time and just really perk them up a bit. But it seems to be the Newcastle City show at the moment. And yeah, we just want some action and some contests. But yeah, as Shane said before, when they had it in their forward 50, they just didn't seem like they wanted it.
Yeah.
So
It's just the ease at which, we're only nearly 3 minutes into this quarter, but it's just the ease at which Newcastle City seem to be able to move it out of their middle and down towards their goals. So, chance here now for the Hawks. Quick kick out of the midfield, looking for Tricky. He gets his hand pass to Hawkins. Hawkins has been good today. He kicks it long, but the kick ineffective. Hendry. There was a whistle blown, but he must have renegotiated the call, the umpire. No mark taken. Stedman gets hold of the loose ball. Hand passes it to Reed. He got to get it in his hands. He's unable to get it cleanly. Coming through to try and take control there is Smith, but the ball's been held up. Umpire's blown a whistle, and we'll have a ball up. So an opportunity here for Cardiff. Now, they need to fire. We need to see someone just firing up and getting juicy. As the ball goes up, good ruck knock into the hands of Burke. He kicks it outside of the 50 again. Cardiff are there to resuscitate, and the ball comes straight back in. This time a missed kick finds it to Stedman. He hand passes it down to him. And the kick has hit the goalpost, but a better lead-up. At least, I've got to say, if I didn't know better, though, that kick wasn't directed at Stedman. He just happened to be in the right spot. So it was a good mark. He took it. Hand passed it off, and they made the most of the opportunity, the Hawks, but no goal ensuing. So their 3rd point for the game, 1 per quarter at the moment. Let's hope that's not a trend they continue to set. As Noah McDonald boots one into the stratosphere. We know he's got a launching kick, sends it forward. Anderson scoops that up, loping hand pass over the top. They might not be hitting their target, but they're making ground, the Blues, as the Cardiff Hawks trying to wrest the control of that momentum. They do, but only as far as a ball up now at their half-back position. Dare, rucking well for the Blues. Slocum, great pick up to Burke. High kick, just puts his boot into it. Sends it up into the sky. Comes down now, and there are players everywhere trying to wrangle this ball. And it's the Cardiff Hawks that emerge with it, and they do it well too. Reed, he's been active. Kicking's let him down a little bit. And on that occasion, Lupton, well, it wasn't so much a bad kick. It was just a wonderful leap by Lupton. He's up and about again today, isn't he? As the Blues, through Ross, send it forward into their forward 50, and their defence is good. The Cardiff Hawks have done well. Oscar Smythe has taken that mark and passes it off to Tricky. Let's see how tricky he can be. Not so tricky at all, because a free kick will go against the Cardiff Hawks now, and the Blues will get the Rodeo pass. Through Trenton to Slocum. Two new faces in the Blues outfit combining. Slocum takes it as easy as you like. Sends it down in the Hurley direction. Hurley applies the coat hanger move to Hawkins. It wasn't hard though. Hawkins comes up to his waist and Hawkins kicks it out wide. He's found a target. Bonham slows it down, looks for something. Tries to muster a few of his players to run toward the boundary line. And standing tall in the front there, almost a mark taken by Schultz. He couldn't bring it down. Blues have got it again now. Succession of hand passes. Miller hurriedly sends it forward. They're back inside their forward 50. They've got numbers to be able to finish here. Tractor, Deer hands the ball inboard to Caruso. He's got someone at the top of the square, and the mark's taken by Jacob Finlay. Now, he made that look like he pulled it down from higher than he did, but he still took the mark nonetheless. And a mountain of work by the midfielder will see him have a shot on goal. 15 metres out directly in front. He shouldn't have any problem with this, Arabella.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they've spoken about that wins and that in the first quarter every goal just going to the left. So
yep.
He's going to want to adjust and aim for that right goalpost, but it looks like he's doing that the way that he's lined it up.
Well, he's adjusted for the wind indeed. He's kicked the goal. Well done to Jacob Finlay. He did put it to that right-hand side, didn't he? Wind didn't grab it as much as he was expecting. Nonetheless, the allocation has worked out, and that's another 6 points for the Newcastle City Blues. They've kicked 3 for the quarter. So we're 7.5 minutes in. 8 goals, 13-61. The Blues lead the Cardiff Hawks, who are just hapless at the moment. 3 points only. They show moments of resistance, only to have it thwarted by the Blues time and time again. And they would be very anxious to get a goal sometime soon. To go 3 quarters into your season without a goal would be a difficult thing. As we look at the scene replay there, just a great factor, a great feature in our broadcast standards this year, 2026. We have the replay on your screen. As play resets on the field, the Blues back in their forward 50 again already. Jordan Deere has it, hand passes inboard. He's hit Easton. Easton gets tackled as he makes his kick. So another behind for the Blues, who are just entering their forward 50 with ease at the moment. Hard to see where the Cardiff Hawks are going to resuscitate themselves from.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see it. Really leaving it late now in the game.
They are indeed.
Quarter, City just running away with it. So, yeah.
Well, front spot mark there. That was to Tricky. One of 2 Trickies out there. Tricky. And pass out wide to the runner. Sends it long to the wing, looking for Steadman. Can't find him. Hawkins is at the bottom of that pack. He makes hold of the ball quickly, sends it forward. They're still moving forward now, Cardiff. So something to at least to get off your seat about. At least it was. As the ball goes back to Woodhams. Hand passes over on that far wing there. That's Basham. He gets creative with a left hand foot grubber. Picked up in the end by the Hawks through Hunter Schultz. But free kick going to Bailey Cullen. Creamy looking there for Caruso. Can't find him. Picked off by the Hawks, and now they send it back. They'll take a mark now. They'll almost take a mark, but a succession of hand passes almost keeps the ball in their possession. They've coughed it up again. Desperately trying to win possession of it again. This time Smith, he can't get it. They're working hard now. The Hawks brought into the ground, and we'll have another ball up. So there's at least an inkling of desire out there, I think I can see now, from the Hawks. They do want it.
Yeah, they're putting in an effort, but yeah, they're still just
here's a
to
chance
get the
for
ball
them.
forward.
A whistle's been blown, however, further afield, so they're going to get a kick. This will be tricky. This will be tricky of the Owen variety, and he has found Hawkins, who's covering a mountain of ground. Braden Hawkins, he's probably the one shining light for Cardiff at the moment.
Yeah, he's certainly been everywhere on the field, and he's really put the pressure on his opponents, even though he's been much shorter. And see if he can line this one up.
He certainly has, and let's hope for the Cardiff faithful that he puts this one through. He's 35 out. He's on a 45 angle. Not beyond him. It'll take a good kick, though. It looks pretty straight. It looks pretty good. And there it is, finally. We've got the first goal for the Cardiff Hawks. It's been a long time brewing. And it took their finest on the field, Braden Hawkins, to break through and end the gridlock that has just stopped them from getting goals all day today. We are 11 minutes into the third quarter, and the Cardiff Hawks, let's hope this opens the floodgates for them, because they finally got this goal, and it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it very well could. I saw the crowd light up down there. They're all cheering, and they've definitely got the local crowd behind them. So be interesting to see what they can do now with that running momentum of a goal. But City's still with a really strong lead out in front.
Absolutely. 7-goal 11 lead. 7 goals 11. What that adds up to is beyond my mathematical capacity.
53, I think
53
it is.
That's what I got.
Nice work. Thank you, Shane. It shouldn't be that hard for me to work out, should it? 139 plays 8-14-62. Newcastle City well and truly in control, and they're going to respond to Cardiff's first goal with a shot on it from their favourite son, Jordan Deere, his third season at the Newcastle City Blues. He's been a Morris Goolagong Trophy winner 2 seasons ago, right up in amongst the mix of it last year as well. Not unaccustomed to kicking a bag. Could be a purse, though. We're going to wait and see how this works. Jordan Deere, beautiful kick. Just about sent it to Toronto with that, but it's a great kick, and it's another goal to Jordan Deere. The combine harvester of goals ploughs the field. And it's his third, I think, for today. Is that his third or second? 1 or 2. We'll go through the tally shortly and find out.
He had 3 or 4 points in the last quarter down the other end.
Yeah,
so
he's kicked a few minors. He could be the first player ever to end up with a bag and a purse on the same day. We'll see. Back to the middle now. So a little life still in the game. The narrower margin didn't last for very long for Cardiff Hawks. Their goal quickly followed up by one from the Newcastle City Blues. And we're back in the middle. Dare decisively wins that ruck knock, and there's the replay showing Jordan Deere's beautiful kick. As Ross paddles the ball forward, is the ball there? I think that's back to Ross again. Out to Finlay, who kicks it long. Just a beautiful long direct kick. If all else fails, just send it long into the forward line like that, kids. That's how it's played. As Jordan Deere puts a tackle on Manning, who's battled manfully against him down there. He's been one of the Hawks' best in a side that's struggling to feature superstars today. Another ball up now. No, free kick going away Manning. So some reward for effort there for Manning.
Yeah, I've just felt that breeze pick up again. Look at the trees in the background.
Yeah, the wind's blowing around, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see just the body language of Manning is frustrated. He sort of put his hands out to the side, exasperated because he's just not getting any options presenting to him, and the kick proved it. He kicks it down and straight away chopped off by the Blues, and now they're going at goal again. So there's work to do at the Cardiff Hawks at Pasterfield. There's no doubt through the week. I don't know if they have a lot of players out. There's no Jack Pratt out there today. I'm not too sure what the go is with some of those players. I know they lost a few players in the off season, so there's a little bit of work to do here at Pasterfield Oval as Manning takes that mark. Looks further afield. He's got something wide. He goes with that option. In the hands now, Oscar Smythe. He's got an option inboard. So they've strung 3 kicks together here, and something we haven't seen much of today. And they send it, and there's a 4th. And all of a sudden now, they're probably not the option to take there, unfortunately. That was Andrew Bridge who did that hand pass there, straight to Hawkins, who was wrapped right up. But you can see the opportunity there all of a sudden to be going forward and possibly even having a shot on goal. It's all in stringing those kicks together. 20s and 30-metre disposals. They've got to hit their targets. There's that kick there. No mark taken. That hit the ground first, but Miller's running past in support. He gets hold of it and sends it straight to the big tractor. There he is. The combine harvester. He'll line up now for another one. Could be a quick succession to the bag here today. And I'm looking forward to the yellow button being hit. Someone's going to do it. And I may as well be Jordan Deere. He's one of my favourites here in the commentary box. And he is in virtually the exact same spot he was moments ago where he kicked one to Toronto. And there it is. He's just snuck it through. He certainly has. That's 2 in as many minutes to Jordan Deere. And then that takes Newcastle City out to 10 goals, 15.75. Cardiff flailing on 139. And that must make Jordan Deere one off a go. Is that one off a bag, Shane?
I need to double check. I can't remember how many he's on at the minute.
Yeah, me too. Let's go and check. I'll check. We'll check Play HQ for an update, but it's either on 3 or 4. Well, I want to make sure that I've got that right before we...
They've brought him off for a rest. Well-deserved rest.
That's not what the commentary box are asking for. But anyway, we'll have to live with it. Arabella, you take the handle if you like.
Yeah, so Cardiff getting the forward play now, but it's intercepted by City again, and they're on the run now. It looks like Lupton handballs it on, and they're going down, the left wing here. So fumbles that one. It was William Ross, but yeah, Cardiff just really trying to work for it here. They're going to have to lock in, and it's back in Newcastle City's forward 50, so risky territory here.
And another shot on goal too, so there's another point. As we wait for the Play HQ screen to load up. 17 and a half minutes almost there, almost done for the match in the third quarter. Cardiff with the hands on the ball. This is going to go outside. The wind's going to just push that outside, and they are lamentable with their disposal today, Cardiff Hawks. Just not where they want it to be.
Yeah, as we see Max Woodham's lobbing it in, but it's going to go out. So
yeah, well, Max Woodham's kick there probably wasn't any better than the one just prior to it, but at least it's in the forward 50 for his team. So no black marks on his name at this stage as we wait for the ball to be thrown back in. For a boundary throw in. There, he's a monster of a man. Gets it down to Deere. The ball further out to Cullen. He's looking for Ross inboard. He's mob tackled by 2 Hawks on either flank. And the ball's held up. We'll have another ball up. As we hit another small lull patch in the game. There's been a couple of them today. Ball up now. Dare taps it to the advantage of his teammate Ross, who gets it on the boot quickly. He's been quite good today, Ross. And another whistle's been blown, and it looks like Easton's going to get a free kick. So what that was for, I'm not sure. But he's taking it nonetheless, and he'd be happy to do so. Very tight angle for him, but well within range distance-wise. So what do you reckon, Arabella? Do you back him in?
Yeah, I'd back him in, but yeah, he's going to want to allow for that wind. It kind of looks like it's stopped right now, so...
Makes no mistake with it.
It's through the middle, but...
Straight through the middle. He allocated beautifully for that. Used the wind to his advantage, and it pushed it straight through. So piling them on now, the Newcastle City Blues. 4 goals for the quarter, 2 of those to Jordan Deere. And here's the replay from the Scene Productions. Brought to you by Commonwealth Hotel, Peak Physio and Reedlow Law. Look at that, straight through the middle. Lovely kick by Easton, read that beautifully, and he is playing to the weather conditions indeed. Lovely to have you with us here in the third quarter. We are inching our way towards the end of the third term at Pasterfield Oval as the shadows lengthen here. It's been a wonderful day for weather-wise, not so flash for the Cardiff Hawks at home. They are trying to find some valiance.
Yeah, 73 points, I believe, they're chasing down. So, yeah, a lot of work to be done out there. in the third quarter. But
grand total indeed as Caruso tries to break through the pack here, doing some fancy footwork indeed. Wouldn't be lost on Dancing with the Stars. Gets it to Jordan Deere. Nothing doing in the end. The Cardiff Hawks have chopped it off and got themselves out of danger, but it was impressive to look at. There's that man, Taj Williams. Runs like a lightning bolt. In the hands now of Bonham. He hand passes over the top. He finds one of the trickies. Tricky kicks forward again, looking for a forward. Stedman's there to pick up the loose ball. He barges through a defender, and a free kick will end up going to the Newcastle City Blues, who were very courageous. That was Noah McDonald. Was it? No, was it? No, it wasn't. It was that man, Maxim Trenton. I'm just going to call him Maxim from now on because it's a good word. He kicks it out. And they're out of danger immediately, Newcastle City. So it's a good lead up there for the Cardiff, and we've been bereft of them today. But a free kick's been found, and Nicholas Herschel will take it. He's looking further afield. He's just going to launch it, and the kick's just... that was rubbish. I'm going to say I'm going to be critical now because it's just not good enough. As Lupton kicks the ball out of the defensive line for the Newcastle City Blues, and they will get this ball into the forward 50 with a certain level of ease. And Finn Tricky's pulled out a free kick here. So happy with that. He kicks wide and he's found a target. So they're starting to string a couple of them together now, the Cardiff Hawks, and we like that. Kick forward. Lupton just getting in the way of everything at the moment, Liam Lupton, isn't he? As Slocum mops up the loose ball at ground level. Hand passes over to Burke. Burke's got something going in the middle and he chooses it. Good mark, taken by Trenton. Wheels around on his right boot, sends it further width. He finds Easton on this occasion, gets his head over the ball, keeps it low, looking for Jordan Deere. Follows it up, Easton. He'll get another one here. Maybe, maybe not. It's a definite no.
From this angle, it could have been.
Good build up there by the commentary team, though. And Cody Easton misses on that occasion, so that brings up I think they beat their last week's total for behinds, Shane.
Well, there you go.
17 points to the Newcastle City Blues, and we've got a quarter to go yet. So they'll be happy with the win. They won't be happy with the accuracy at goal, as McDonald gets tackled there, dispossessed of the ball, now in the hands of Anderson. He loops a hand pass over to Burke, who's dealt with after he gets rid of it. Down the field is a free kick. Max Woodhams has got it now. He's got an option inside the 50. Just pokes one towards his teammate in the forward line, but it comes off hands and ends up out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in a fortuitous place for the Newcastle City Blues.
Speaking of Woodhams, I haven't seen Jack come out yet from the rooms. I think he's done for the day by the look of things.
I think he might be, mate. And thankfully, I think for the Blues, it wasn't a requirement after half-time because they are doing it with ease at the moment. The Cardiff Hawks barely putting up a whimper in today's performance. And there'll be a lot for them to look back at over the tape and be lamentable for. Not a lot of shining lights for them at the moment in this. If they are to find themselves into a final series again this year and follow up some wonderful work they did a couple of seasons ago, there is a fair bit of ground to make up between them and last year's grand finalists and runner-up, the Newcastle City Blues. And here's a surely goal. Caruso nails this one. No mistake whatsoever. Mopped up the loose ball from the throw-in and almost textbook type stuff from a stoppage there, Arabella.
Yes, I think there's just under a minute remaining now, so that stoppage gave Newcastle City a bit of time to reset there, and beautiful play. You see the replay on screen.
Just no one guarding the forward position there, no one guarding that space, the defensive space, and therefore Caruso able to just carouse into that space, basically.
I love it. Well done.
Very good. Back in the middle now. There's the tap. At ground level, few hands in it. It's a scrimmage. We'll do it again, says the umpire. So it's all just business as usual here at the Pasterfield Oval Sports Complex. That's three-quarter time. Any comments from my fellow commentators over that?
Listen, it's clearly one-way traffic at the moment. Newcastle City just having their way. Even with their inaccuracy of 17 behinds, they've got an 80-point margin. And, I wouldn't be surprised if they scored a few more yet, even going into the breeze.
Yeah. How about you, Arabella? How are you seeing it? You'd be happy hailing from Newcastle City, of course.
Yeah, I agree with what Shane just said. Obviously, not trying to show any bias, but City obviously have just played a better game. And, Cardiff would have to pull out a miracle to be able to even get close to where City are right now. So
yep, you did right there. Well, stick with us, folks. Guaranteed to hear some more sizzling commentary, if not see some more sizzling football. We'll be back with one more quarter left to go in the round 2 Black Diamond Cup Men's Division game. Please stick with us. Welcome back to round 2 of the Black Diamond Cup Men's Division. AFL Hunter Central Coast local footy at its best. This is the Premier Division of local footy, and let's have a look around the grounds. There's 4 matches happening in the Black Diamond Cup today. Of course, this is Cardiff hosting Newcastle City. Over at Wyong Lakes, Don Small Oval, it's an absolute rout out there for the newly Cup included Wyong Lakes Magpies side. They're getting flogged 184 points by the Killarney Vale Bombers, who in all fairness look like they are going to be real threats this year to the competition, the Bombers. The entrants, Barrow Bay and Maitland, well, we don't have any updated scores there, and we'll ask those clubs to make sure they get a wriggle on in the future so we can give the punters what they like. The last game is a tight tussle, 67-40. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers narrowly in front of the Warners Bay Bulldogs. Looks like it's a good contest out there at Springfield Hilton Moore Oval as we resume the match here today. What have the Cardiff Hawks got for us in this last quarter? Let's hope it's something, because they've kicked just 1 goal 3 to give themselves 9 points for today's match, as Manning puts up a looping hand pass into the sky. Tricky. Hand pass is cut off by Basham, and then the tackle is put on Basham. And a free kick going the way of Tricky. He's done well
I thought
there.
it was the other way, that
yeah,
one.
so did I. I did indeed.
I thought he signalled high tackle anyway.
No, never mind. As Lupton does very well there to get a hand pass away under pressure. That's Anderson. Gets his hand pass to Burke, I think it is. And now the ball in the hands of the Blues still. This time to Henry. He's out wide to Burke again. He's been active today, Burke. His kick is good. Little toe poke back to Basham. So they're all combining here. Slocum this time gets his kick away. Having to wait for it there is Woodhams. It goes through his legs, bowls him clean. And now it's a battle, a bit of a scrimmage as Hurley gets the ball out. The Hawks back in their hands now, deep in their defensive line. Reed, hand passes further. They're making some progress now. Miller, I think it is, gets his kick away. Further down the field. Good mark. Taken. And they've made a little bit of progress here, and this is a good decision. Slowed it right down to make sure that they maintain possession of the ball. They're inside their forward 50 almost now, the Hawks. Well, at least the Blues are. They've put the ball inside Cardiff's forward 50, but they're in control of the ball. Good spoil there by Tricky, but Miller comes through and claims possession. Kicks it to the wing. Easton paddles the ball forward, then provides support for Caruso, whose hand pass is looping, finds Bailey Cullen a little bit further afield. Kick forward inside the 50 now, and Jordan Diaz certainly is the target at the moment. Wheeling around, spinning, hand pass, and the ball gets, is that Caruso who's kicked another one?
No, touched off the boot, yep.
Right, well, Caruso was claiming it, wasn't he? Which I would have too.
It would have, it was definitely touched. There was deviation.
There was deviation, yes, there was deviation for sure. As Cardiff now re-enter the fray. Beautiful re-entry kick. That's made it halfway up the field. That'll give you an indication of how far the wind's blowing, although that player will probably claim that sort of distance regularly. As the kick comes back now, it's with Woodhams. He's kicked one up high, and he's found Hurley. Hurley was good early, but then he went a little quiet. I don't know how I managed to do that rhyming stuff, but it happens. But anyway, he's looked inboard and he's found Woodhams. So Max Woodhams regathered there and done well. And as I was saying before, Hurley was good early. It went a little bit quiet through the middle part of the ground, but that was a good mark and well presented. But it's Max Woodhams, the final Woodhams out on the field after the early exit of his brother Jack. But he should kick this. From 20 out, he's already got one today, and he's pulled that one well and truly to the left. No score at all, so it's fallen short. Wind playing havoc with Woodham's kick there. Now they've got it. Bonham gets his hand pass out. They're going to make some movement now, the Cardiff Hawks. They'd love another couple of goals before the end of the day, and that looks like a heel to the face of Anderson.
No, well, surely. Wow. I didn't agree with that one.
No, I thought it could have gone that. Yeah. I could have gone the other way there for sure. Anderson looked like he copped a foot or something in the head.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
So
maybe it was tripping someone with your face.
Yeah.
Well, Jack there, the big man's taken a good mark in the end. Arrested control of the ball, and now he's found a teammate further afield in Trenton. He kicks it long, surging, and the tractor just disposes of his direct opposition with ease. Launches one long and high. So reading it better at the back is Max Woodhams. He'll make no mistake on this one and pops the 13th goal through for the Blues. 13 goals, 18-96. It's a confirmed rout here at Pasterfield Oval. They're doing it with ease, aren't they?
Yeah, Newcastle City have just really, they've got it in the bag, really.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Certainly got the momentum, and all that pre-season training's paid off for the boys. So, it would have been nice to see.
I get the feeling they're barely out of third gear for me, Newcastle City. I could be wrong, but it looks like they are just going through those motions now. Shane, would you agree with that?
Yeah, they are. It's it's. No, I'm not going to say what I was about to say. So carry on, Corey. Sorry, I'm just focusing on this replay system.
If it was something along the lines of lackluster competition today, then say no more. As we reset in the middle, a lot to think about for the Cardiff Hawks after today's match. They are way off the pace of the trendsetters in the competition, and I think they are in for a tough season if this is where it's at for the Hawks. But pray they find something extra in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
because it doesn't need to be defined by the rest. Their season doesn't need to be defined by this performance today, that's for sure. As we go up the tap there, Finlay has done well. He's brought down at the tackle. That'll go against him for sure. Manning, one of the few shining lights here for the Hawks. They move it on quickly, but Michael Hendry, he's a thorn in the side of many attacks. He's still running along. Hand pass couldn't quite find him distance-wise from Basham as the Blues continue to roll on. It's a battle there. Hendry gets his hand pass out. Trying very hard to work here, the Cardiff Hawks, but they're wrapped up. And we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, I feel like Cardiff might need to recruit a few new players before the next game, and
Or just get a little more out of the ones that they've got. That's what they need. So I think the first thing they can do is just really work on lowering their eyes and getting their kicks on. Their kicks have been abhorrent today. They will be unhappy with the deplorable ratio of how many have actually hit targets. So even in a windy day, they need to do better than that. Otherwise, these are the results they can expect as Jacob Finlay hand passes backwards, kicks affected, and he's gone down with a bit of pain there. That was Jack Lanyon who's been hurt. And the ball now in the hands of one Hawkins. He kicks long. Goes to the advantage of his teammate, but there's more Blues than there are Hawks, and that's always going to end up going against you in the long run. But a free kick's been found here, so this is going to work out all right. 7 minutes into the last quarter, and the Hawks are going to put it deep inside their forward 50, hoping for a second goal. They've got numbers here now. Ball's in their hand. Tricky's got it. And the whistle's been blown, so we'll have a ball up here. They need to gather around here and lock this ball in and just fight tooth and nail to get this second goal. Ball up now, waiting for the ball to be released. Good tap. There's McDonald. Hand passes outboard. They've got numbers there, the Blues. They just want it more at the end of the day, and Finlay emerges from it. He's taken off. Good shepherd put on. Gives him a little bit of extra time to think about it. But it's been chopped off now, and the ball's now in the hands of the Cardiff Hawks. They're off, rebounding now. This is good work by Tricky. He kicks long inside. McDonald's there for the Blues. Picks that up. That's a great pick up there. Chris Davies, I think he celebrated a game milestone recently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, as McDonald, it's been a turnover anyway. McDonald's ended up with the ball. He exits their forward 50. Manning scoops it up, looks inside. Hawkins first drops the mark, regathers the ball. It's with Bonham now. Bonham kicks around his body, but once again, the errors continue. Trenton kicks to Finlay, who decides to slow it down, lads. He's got something on the wing. The option's good. It's Lanyon. Lanyon turns and kicks quickly. Can't get it now. The Cardiff Hawks have got hold of the ball. Wheeling around. They're trying to muster something. Whether it comes or not remains to be seen. Finlay coming to the interchange for a well-deserved rest. The throw in as the long shadows start to reach across the lengths of Pasterfield Oval. Slocum kicks in the direction for the Blues. Williams, the speedster, picks it up. A linking hand pass. They've done well in the end. They've got the ball moved on. And a mark taken. Could this be something for the Cardiff Hawks to scream about? Hand pass backwards by Bridge. He's got a target. They're just falling short. Davies now, the milestone man. Will he get a goal for the Hawks? By the narrowest of margins. He probably deserved it too.
It was great lead-up play, wasn't it?
It was. It really was. So probably the best bit of lead-up play we've
100%.
seen from the Hawks all day. So it is there. The capability's there. The capacity's there. They've just got to execute it more regularly, don't they?
Yeah, that was a beautiful flow of play. I really
That's
thought
out of
they
bounds
had
on the
that,
full then.
That is indeed. Umpire says the same.
Sorry, Arabella. Didn't mean to cut you
That's
off
all
there.
good. Yeah, Cardiff have another chance here, but it's come
What
off the
was
ankle.
that?
It almost looked like.
What was
He's
that?
Socked it round, and out on the full
we'll get
again
another
now
crack at
by
that.
City.
They're
So
both good players, those two brothers there too. I could see what Tricky was trying to do. He was trying to be tricky, getting it to Tricky, but there was nothing tricky about it in the end. It wasn't tricky. As Davies nearly takes that mark, ball bounces off his chest, goes to ground. Lanyon picks it up. He's chimed in with a few late in the game. Hand pass out wide. This is textbook training stuff by the Newcastle City Blues as Caruso puts it wide of Jordan Deere, finds the boundary line inside the 50, so there won't be a free kick ensuing. But that is some textbook end-to-end training drill stuff there for the Newcastle City Blues.
yeah, and you can't miss Deere with those pink boots running in a mile away. He's had a great game. So yeah.
Always does, actually. Oh, let's find out just how close he is to the bag, and is he going to get it? Because that's one thing that may raise the blood pressure a little bit, is a bag if it was kicked today. And Deere is close to it. Hand passes inboard. The Cardiff Hawks are going to try and deny him it. So back in the hands of Bailey Cullen. He hand passes back to Hurley. He's trying to toe poke it through. Stedman gets it. His hand passes up. Gets it to his teammate, and they've now kicked it free of the danger zone, but only as far as... No, who was that who took that mark? I think that was...
I couldn't see the number.
No,
but
I didn't. I
yeah.
missed
Well, I was seeing the sun, but I don't know whether it's Henry, but he wouldn't be that far
No, I
down.
don't-
Surely not.
No, I don't think
No, it might be Trent. Oh, no, I don't know. Don't know.
Well, short kick inside has gone to Slocum. He's calling for a free kick, and wondering why he hasn't got one. And I'm looking at here, Max Wooden with 3 goals, Jordan Deere with 3 goals. So, but both of those players 2 goals off a bag. As Bailey Cullen gets hold of the ball, and he's wrapped up immediately.
Yeah, I was just having a look. We don't have a 44 on our team list.
Oh,
so
that's Maxim Trenton.
it's-
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
there's one,
We've
yeah.
been struggling with him all day. So
He's not on my list.
you were right, Shane. I think you were about
There you
to
go.
say
I
Maxim
did,
Trenton.
yeah.
Yep, you were onto him.
Sweet.
And that is another point for the Newcastle City Blues. So any real spark or fire or a spirit really out of the game now, I think with the result is a foredrawn conclusion, and it's going through the motions now as Cardiff just try and bring some respectability to the scoreboard through Tricky. He wheels around on his right, sends it forward, and a good mark taken. I think that's Bridge in the end. Needs a good kick, and it's not. Finds Miller, just drops short on that kick. So Slocum now, just like a pinball, bounces off the Cardiff Hawks defence. Hand passes in as easy as you like. Jacob Finlay waltzes onto that ball and then lays one to Jordan Deere, who just grabs hold of that neatly, kicks it to the advantage of Hurley, and that is a beautifully placed football kick. That is how you do it.
Yeah, I think he realised too, he was going into the breeze and he was at the 50 metre
Yep.
mark. He wasn't going to have the distance if he took the set shot, so that was really smart.
Not at all.
play.
He just laid that up to the perfect advantage of Hurley then, and Hurley just lumbered onto it, as you can see, which I don't know if he moves any other way, but that was just a perfect lumber. As he lines up 10 metres out, misses altogether. That's a point, and he'd be disappointed with that. Hurley would be a little surly.
Looks like Hawkins was down for a second there as well,
Oh,
just further up the field, but
He's back up again now.
Yep,
Bounce
he's had a
back up.
moment, so
It's all good Hawkins do.
yeah.
Well, the Cardiff Hawks will bring it in now. Long kick. The re-entry kicks haven't been too bad, and that's been well done. Mark taken there. And I think that was Cooper Smith who took that mark. He's found a target further afield in Lachlan Manning, who continues to have a good day as far as the Hawks standards go. Reed picks it up on the half volley, gets it to Hawkins on a crunching tackle by Liam Lupton. And I reckon he's feeling that. Is he, Hawkins? He's done well today. He's had a shoulder injury in the past. I hope he's all right. Is his shoulder out?
So is this... Oh, I thought that was a hole in the ball for a kick. There you go.
Yeah, I thought it was too, actually, to be honest. But slinging the tackle, and Hawkins, he's had a good day. He's battled manfully all day. Has not rested, so a little free kick. Probably a little just reward for him there. as Dylan Bonham wheels around on his right boot, sends it up high. Chance now. Big kick put up by the Hawks. That's going to be offline, but it's made it through for a behind at least, and that was Josh McLennan, who almost got another goal. I don't know if they've got another one in them. I hope for their sake they do. We need something for them to grab onto and give them a little bit of hope as we move into round 3, because this will be a tough one to take, I imagine, for Cardiff.
Yeah, at the start of this quarter, I thought they were on their way to getting a few goals under the belt. Just, fix up that scoreboard so it's not as disheartening for them. But
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
But they know, they're probably aware that there's a bit of rebuilding that needs to happen at Cardiff, and all clubs go through it. There was Will Maris, I think, who kicked that last ball there. It's out of bounds on the full. So
while they're a bit of a stoppage on the outer side there, Corey, I want to start throwing around a scene stealer name for you. I really like Max Woodhams today. He's been my standout.
Yeah. No, he's been very good. There's no doubt about that.
Three goals and done plenty of work around the grounds.
You might be on there. I'll have a look through that list and think of a few things. I don't know if you'll get many arguments from me. He has had a very good game in his first year in regular first-grade footy, I think. So Noah McDonald has given a free kick away. They're just not able to get rid of it in time. So Lachlan Manning, a little highlight at the end of the day for the Cardiff Hawks. He's probably been, between him and Hawkins, have been the best on the field for the Cardiff Hawks today. I don't think I'd have too many disagreements with that.
No, you definitely wouldn't. Those two have been outstanding.
Yep, I'd like to see Lachlan Manning finish off with a goal for his Hawks. This would be a great way for him to wind up his day. He's been a beacon for the Cardiff Hawks today. He's got a bit of distance to travel, but the wind is behind him. He's got full pace by the time he tonks it. And look at it go! Oh, jeepers. Would love to have seen that one sail through for him. Been just desserts, wouldn't it? He certainly tonked it, didn't he? That travelled a good distance. As the ball comes in, good kick, straight down the middle. We've got it to the centre of the ground already. They've picked it up, though, the Hawks. They had someone there ready for it. And as they try and repel it here, counting down to the last 7 minutes of the game, Steadman has the ball. Now, this man can launch one. He's got someone there. He's kicked it far too wide for that player, and that's Cooper Smith. Unable to get it. It's a run down now. Blues working hard to try and wrest control of the ball. Anderson, hand passes out wide. Keeping it just inboard is Noah McDonald, and does extremely well to do so. But numbers here with Cardiff Hawks. They've got it, wheeling around. They put the kick up, chopped off by Easton. So that's kind of the thing that they really need to work on, isn't it? That bit, that disposal over there, 20-metre and 30-metre kicks. It's really cost them today. Haven't been able to string a thing together. As the toe pokes are working in favour of Newcastle City, quite the opposite. As the hand pass goes up now, that's Trenton. He's got someone further afield, and the kick, pretty good. Looking for Deer. He's certainly trimmed up from last season, I think, Jordan Deer.
Yeah, he has, yeah, yep. He's put it all into growing that moustache.
Yeah. We call this one down. 6 minutes to go left in the match. Certainly wish I brought a jumper. As Will Ross gets hold of it, wheels around, hand passes into Finlay. Great hand pass. That was expertly done. Finds Caruso. I think that's his third for the day. And that was a great combination of hand passes there. Finlay's hand pass there was exceptional.
Well, let's have a look on the replay.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. So, here it is. Beautiful replay. This is what a great feature we have now on the scene right away. Easton, straight to Ross. Finlay, just outstanding. Lays back on that hand pass and finds Caruso, and that's good footy. Bailey Caruso on his third goal for the day. So we've got 5 minutes, Arabella, in which one of these players has an opportunity to gift us in the commentary box with a bag of goals. I need two.
They're only on 3.
Yeah,
There's a few on
they're on
3.
three.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
on three.
Yeah. The yellow button may go
No.
and push for another week.
So, here it is. Jordan Deere is going to put his hand up to have a crack, and no good. Taj Williams, his feet moving faster than his body could keep up with. The ball's been turned over now. In the hands now, that's Easton. He's been tackled from behind and dispossessed. So a good tackle late in the day and well rewarded there. So the Hawks will take the kick now through the services of Kai Martin.
It's like Deer lost a boot in there as well.
Deere lost a boot.
Deer lost a boot. It's on the ground in the middle there.
Oh dear. And Cullen takes the mark here, so he likes his chances from here. And not beyond him, is it, Shane, this one?
He is into the breeze, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about here.
14, 20, 104 plays 1, 6, 12. It's a genuine rout in anyone's terms. And Bailey Cullen he'll take the kick from 45 to 50 out. He's absolutely had a crack at it. Sailing.
Well, the
And
distance wasn't the problem.
distance
There
was
you go.
good. Yeah, he made the distance easily. And another behind for the Newcastle City Blues. Takes that total out. They're right on the cusp of having a 100-point victory here. Kick forward. Good contest. We heard the crunch of bodies, there's no doubt. And
That's a
there's
strong
the mark by Hurley. He's going to put himself in the 3-goal club as well if he hits this one. Oh, yeah, I believe.
Yeah, so just on 3 minutes remaining, and he's going to line this one up. Yeah, Hurley's had a great game out there. Play with his sister, Erin, and yeah, she's brilliant out there as well. Very accurate with the goal kicking, and yeah, he's going to line it up. But it's hard to tell from this angle. He swung.
No, he's missed that
The
one as
umpire
well.
says it all. Follow the umpire,
Yeah,
Arabella.
Yep, that's it.
When they start running like that,
He's
it's
the,
going wide.
The umpire will lead you every time. So I think that's 2 goals for Hurley for today. I don't know if this goal kicking tally is completely up to date, to be honest, because I'm fairly sure Bailey Crusoe's had more than one. So the ball comes in, and that touches no one before it makes the boundary line. So we've got ourselves a steer. And a great kick finds Will Ross. He's been very good today too, Will Ross. He's been absolutely everywhere. So he'll fancy his chances from here. He'll be a couple of players will present. He's just popped it up there. With whoever's biggest can have it. Cullen has a crack at it. Comes to ground now. Maris, he's got hold of the ball. Then the umpire will ball it up. Under 2 minutes to go now, and it's a day that the Cardiff Hawks will be happy to forget. As Kai Martin kicks one high. And they'll have another shot, this time through the agency of Finlay. And, oh, wow, awfully close, marked on the line. They are really just launching him in from everywhere. It feels like the end of training on Thursday night, doesn't it? Where everyone's just launching him in from wherever. Just before someone says, give me the balls, boys, it's time to pack it up. So here it comes again. From a long way outside, and Jordan Deere.
Oh, takes out his own player in the process.
Is the mark paid?
Play on,
says the umpire. Just kick the goal, Jordan. And he tries to find Bailey Cullen. We've got 55 seconds left to go. A little comedy of errors at the end of the match there.
It was. And now Finlay and Lupton have provided some really good bounce off that half-back line for City today. I've been really impressed with their form.
Yeah, they have. There's been a lot of entry from those players. And last kick, Will Ross deserves a goal. He won't get one. That one's gone in for another point. So they've broken all sorts of records with their behind tally today, Shane. 14-23.
And with 30 seconds left, Job, you've got to come up with a final decision on the Scene Stealer Award for Six Strings Brewing. And we thank Six Strings Brewing for all their support again this year. $50 voucher up for grabs. Who's it going to?
Well, let's go with your call, Shane. I think that's a fair call. We'll go with Max Woodhams. I don't want to say the lesser Woodhams, but the younger Woodhams.
We've got a kick after the siren here.
Will Ross deserves a goal. Actually, I'm going to go with Will Ross if he kicks this.
Oh, well, there's a lot on the line here.
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, it is. If he misses, Bow.
Okay, there you go.
So, you call it in, Arabella. You've done a wonderful job with us here today. So, finish it off with the call.
Thanks, Chop. Yeah, he's going to line it up. You can hear the Cardiff crowd going off on the side and swings it in and it looks like it doesn't make the distance and a bit off to the right there. So, yeah, that's the game.
That's it. So we say congratulations, Max Woodhams.
Well done, Max. Well done.
Seat stealer for the today. Arabella, thank you so much for joining us. It was wonderful having you with us today. All the very best with the surfing and for the rest of the year with the footy. We wish you all the best, you and the Newcastle City Blues girls. You had a good win today. All the best for the rest of the year. Hopefully you get a chance to join us again before the year's up.
Yeah, thanks, Chop. It's been, very enjoyable up here with you guys, and hopefully we can do it again. So, yeah.
That's it from us, Shane Darwin. Thank you so much. Another wonderful broadcast here on The Scene Productions. Thank you for joining us for the match of the round. Round 2 is all done and dusted. Please join us during the week for our podcast, the Black Diamond Podcast, where we'll cover all sorts of things related to local footy. But that's it. The Newcastle City Blues triumphant today without too much of a stretch at Pasterfield Oval. We'd love to have you join us. Please join us again next week for Match of the Round. That's it from Corey Hopper. We'll see you soon.
This has been a Scene Production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.